Hello, everybody, and welcome in to today's episode of the Top Cut Yu-Gi-Oh! Podcast. You are listening on Friday, October the 1st. Welcome to Season 3.
Woo!
Oh, man, it feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah, boy.
I'm excited. We are, trucking along fast through the seasons. I say we're trucking along fast. I mean, we're going through the formats. This is episode probably 46, 47, something like that.
Something like that. I haven't really been keeping too much track.
Yeah, we've been just flying. That's not even counting the Patreon episodes and stuff. So, which at this point there's
five
of them. So, crazy thing we've already been doing Patreon over a month.
I know, right? It doesn't feel like that long.
Right. So, we do want to start off with the Patreon, and we want to start off by thanking all of our patrons. And I think I'm going to start doing it in going by the tiers. So we want to extend a huge thank you to Ace Micah, Austin Johnson, Myth Oceanus, Pig, Scuzz Daddy, Aaron Gardner, Adil Saeed, Anthony Leela, Mountain Man, Owen Alvarado, Jeremy Drysdale, and Ray Powell. Thank you all so much for your support. It means a lot to us, obviously. It allows us to do things like the cool sound foam that you might notice an audio quality increase because of. Some people on our server were chatting while we put it up. So if you want to be in on cool stuff like that, be sure to check out the Discord server. It is the best way to talk to us, hang out with us, and things like that. We are going to ask while we're here, because this is where I would read a podcast review if we had any new reviews.
Please go to iTunes and review us.
Yeah, it really does help out. It does a lot more than people realize. Ratings, reviews, just all of it really helps the podcast.
Oh yeah. So you want to just go ahead and get right into the news, or do you got anything else you want to talk about real quick?
We can do a little bit of quick play news with the structure deck.
Okay, so we are in fact getting the Cyberstrike structure deck.
Yes.
We have the full set list now. It's pretty much the exact OCG list, except we're not getting Lightning Storm.
Instead, what are we getting?
Cybernetic Overflow.
It's kind of crazy, honestly, to think that the OCG list didn't even have that in it.
Yeah, I know, right? But they got Lightning Storm. But we are getting the imperms, the infinite impermanences. That's well worth the 10. Not 10. That's well worth the structure deck, in my opinion.
Yeah, I guess it is worth the price of the product, But
oh yeah,
it's crazy because now that there's no Lightning Storm reprint in that, think about it. In a year's time or 2 years' time, those imperms are going to be $20.
Oh, absolutely. 15, probably 10, 15 at minimum.
Oh, easily. That's not even including all of the other things in the structure deck.
Oh yeah, it's got everything you could possibly need for a most things you would need for a Cyber Dragon deck. It doesn't have Galaxy Soldier.
Yeah,
but it's got just about everything else you could possibly need. Just about.
I will say, I mentioned that on Twitter, and some people made some very good points. Shout out Aurora Yu-Gi-Oh! And I think Duel Daddy was the other one. If you look at the way they built the structure deck was built for more of a fusion-centric theme and feel. And if you include Galaxy Soldiers, then you have to include Novas, and at that point you may as well throw in an Infinity. And at that point, it's not even really
fair enough.
The same.
It shifts from being the cyber.
It takes away from it.
Yeah, it shifts from being that combination of the Cyber Dragons and the Cyber Darks fusing, and turns it more into Spam Infinity.
Yeah, it turns into more of I don't know, not what they're going for, you know. Yeah. So
less Zane Truesdale, more Joe Schmo.
Yeah. So I really do think they could have used a Galaxy Soldier reprint. The card does need a reprint. It's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But on the flip side, I've got a couple of playsets that are really going to appreciate and value. So, I'm not even that upset.
Fair.
But in all actuality, in all honesty, I do think that they probably should have included it anyway. I understand, but Like, the card's effectively an honorary Cyber Dragon, you know?
Oh yeah, pretty much. But I mean, at the same time, because like even just special summoning it by itself puts like Cyber Dragon Nashter or one of your other Cyber Dragons in grave.
Yeah. It does a whole lot more than just be a Cyber Dragon.
Yeah, it can do more for the deck than just, hey, I'm gonna pump out a Nova into infinity.
Right. It did have a Cyber Dragon Hers reprint. A lot of people were worried about whether or not that card was going to get in. It did.
Yes, which was needlessly expensive.
Oh yeah, the Hers were, I want to say, like $15, $18.
Yep.
I'll put it to you this way. I traded a set of Hers like 2 weeks ago for a set of gold nibs.
Ooh.
Yeah. Which
Yeah,
I'm fine with that. You
Oh
know?
yeah, no, that needed the reprint hard.
Yeah. I think a lot of the times, anytime you have a deck that's not really, I'm not gonna say it's not competitive. It just topped out of YCS. Like it's still a good deck.
Mm-hmm.
But like we both know that it's not on the level of decks like Tri Brigade,
Drytron,
right?
Prank
It's not like a tier 1 deck. So anytime you have like a tier 1 deck like that, it needs. Like, it frustrates me when you have a deck like that that's just needlessly expensive, you know?
Like Heroes right now, you know, two cards in the entire Hero deck is like $500 easy.
Yeah. I mean, just that's the only reason I haven't built Heroes. I think it's a cool and fun deck, but like,
I mean, all the cards just look cool.
Yeah, and I like the way the deck functions now. It's more of like a combo.
Yeah,
but it's
Adjusted
just,
Golds are $200 and Malicious Domains are about the same.
Yeah, and even like Liquid Soldiers are 60, Ferris's are 40. It's just, everything's just insane.
They just need
to
reprint everything as a common. Hero Structure Deck, let's go!
They already did that.
Do another one.
I mean, if they do another one where they do all the good reprints, I guess it'd be cool.
Yeah, like Ferris, Liquid Soldier, Solid Soldier.
Solid Soldiers are cheap.
Fair enough.
They're like $1.
Yeah.
But I do see where you're coming from with that. It's definitely a fan favorite archetype. I mean, I think even Dark Laws are a few dollars. So, but let's go ahead and move on out of the very not so quick play news.
Yeah.
Going forward, we did get some big news today. Well, at the time of posting, it's yesterday.
Yeah.
We did get some news as far as the Master Duel.
Yes, got lots of stuff. We actually have a release window, but not a date.
Right. And so for those listening, I do just want to throw this out there. You can follow us on Twitter. You would have gotten like live, quicker reactions to the Master Duel news.
Yeah.
But you can follow and find us on Twitter at Top Cut Podcast. So sorry, just wanted to interject that there before we get too much further.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's good information now.
Yeah.
So like I said, we have a release window, but not a date. Just winter of 2021.
Right.
Which is December, January, or February.
Or even as late as March.
Yeah, March at the absolute latest.
So even though it says like winter of 2021,
that's into
that's the financial year.
Yeah, it's the financial quarter. It's the 2021 winter financial quarter,
right?
Which is December to March.
Yeah. So technically, this could come out as late as March.
Yeah, but but if it is March, it'd be like super early March. I'm thinking this will probably release like maybe January, or like super early January, between first couple of days.
Personally, I think they're going to time the release of the game in conjunction with the release of the new ban list on January 17th.
That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It'll either be like the first couple of days of the year, or it'll be in line with that upcoming ban list. Definitely.
Yeah, that's my personal prediction.
That makes a lot of sense. We're also getting a story or a lore mode, quote unquote.
Right. So they showed this in the video, in the presentation. They showed a solo player mode.
Yes. So basically, you get a deck that's themed to a specific storyline, and you're basically going through and they're going through that storyline.
Right.
The 3 that they showed us was World Legacy,
Right.
Gem Knights,
Mhm.
and in a
Cleafort.
yeah, Cleafort, which is those chosen by the World Legacy, the Gemstone Warriors from Duel Terminal 2, and the giant Cleafort from Duel Terminal 3. And all of them have actually start with a tutorial on how to do the summoning mechanics.
So fusions, synchros, and pendulums.
No. Fusion, Link, and Pendulum.
Yeah, but the World Chalice is also a heavily synchro based strategy.
Yeah, well,
I guess it could do both.
Yeah, but like whenever they actually went through, like they actually had one of the people in there actually play through it a little bit. Uh-oh, puppy in my lap.
It's okay. Puppies in laps are a good thing.
Yes, but anyway, huh? Anyway, but yeah, they also had they had a guy going through it, and whenever he went through it, it was almost exclusively a Link deck. The tutorial had him just like normal summon one of the vanillas, link him off into the Link 1 Marlduke, I think.
I think it's Imduck.
Yeah, Imduck, and then its effect to normal summon another one, and then Link 2 into whatever the upgraded version of check this out, dude is.
Yeah.
The Link 2 version of him, and then that's when the tutorial was like victory.
Yeah, I think that's yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tutorial. I mean, but I do think though that the story mode is an incredibly welcome addition to a game like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think that it needs to be the end all be all of the game. In fact, that would be a horrible disservice. But having it as an option in the game. So think about like taking your Switch on a long car ride, and it being where you don't have service or anything, you need something to play. So it's perfect for something like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then like something else I really liked was that whenever it was actually doing telling the story, it would show a card, like the artwork from one of the cards that the individual story element's talking about, and it's blown up and it's beautiful and kind of 3D,
right?
And stuff's moving,
animation put into it.
Oh yeah, it's real nice. And that being said, whenever he did complete one of the story missions, he also got XP. Your player character can level, apparently.
And not only that, but
he got 50 gems.
Oh no! Let's talk about this.
Yeah. So whenever he got the gems, it immediately popped up the fact that he got them.
Right.
And it said, "Gem, a valuable jewel that emits a mysterious shine. It is used in the shop to buy card packs and accessories."
No.
So we have to buy card packs. I'm hoping it's a lot like what's that game that was on the Switch and Steam? Duel.
The not Duel Links. It's the one before Duel Links.
Yeah, that one. Like, I'm hoping it's kind of like that, where you just sit there and play the game a whole bunch to earn everything, and you can just earn everything by just playing the game. You don't have to pay for anything.
Yeah, but like the issue is, what's the value of one of these gems, right? Is it like
Is it like 100 to get a pack? Is it 200? Is it 4,950?
Yeah, that would be a nightmare.
Yeah. Now, if it's only like a couple of hundred to get a pack, I'm like, that's fine.
Realistically, to actually get enough packs to build a deck and to make going through the storyline worth it, it would have to be like 10 gems per pack. That we get like 5 packs for completing a story.
I mean, he got 50 gems per scenario. Some scenarios are just, hey, here's a bunch of info dump.
I mean, I'm fine with that. Give me 50 gems for that.
Yeah. But like I said, at that point, it also depends on how the packs are set up.
Right.
Are they attribute related? Are they, is it type related? But then how do they then how they deal with spells and traps of a particular archetype? Right. Then how they deal with art, then if it is type related, how they deal with archetypes that are multiple types.
It's going to be a problem. They're really going to have to make sure that this is well done, well thought out. Now, something that most people did not notice is if you look very closely at one of the screenshots from this, you can notice there are 6 different little like shards up across the top of the screen. There's like a purplish one, a yellowish one, there's a brownish one, blue, green, red, and that's the 6 attributes, right? So there's some discussion going around that you could possibly be able to
maybe craft a card,
right? Do some crafting. That would be very cool.
Oh yeah. Like be able to break down cards you get from packs to get let's just call them attribute points
or shards.
Now. Yeah, attribute shards, whatever, and you can sit there and assemble the cards you want.
Right. Say 50 dark attribute shards gives you an access code.
Yeah, something like that.
And every dark monster you break down gets you 1 shard or something.
Yeah. Well, I think it would also depend on the card itself. Like something like, I don't know, Snipe Hunter gets you 1, but then something like Access Code would get you like 30.
I mean,
something like that.
That would be the best way to do it, but like, is Konami going to do it the best and fairest way? Probably not. Possibly
not. They're really hit and miss sometimes.
Yeah, you really have to be. You gotta wonder what they're doing sometimes.
Yeah. Now, one thing I noticed was someone else the same guy also played part of the Gem Knight storyline.
Right.
And he makes Lady Diamond, the second boss monster for Gem Knights.
Right.
Did not have a special summoning animation, did the normal fusion animation. And then the AI opponent who was also running Gem Knights, then makes Gem Knight Ruby, who has a special summoning animation.
What?
Yeah, Lady Diamond doesn't have a special animation, but Ruby does.
That's weird.
Very weird. I don't know if it's a case of like, I don't know if it's just that those are just the ones they've done so far, and they're still working on stuff.
I mean, the game is still very much in development.
Yeah. So we'll have to wait and see on that. Let's see. Oh, every single card that was played were all commons. There were no holos, nothing. They were all commons. So I'm thinking that might be part of the accessories, maybe. Is
right.
You pay money and you can get the holo. Also, one thing I just noticed, so the first thing we saw was that Ariel was an Ultra. In Master Duel, or much earlier when they were showing off fusion.
Oh, she was like either Starlight or an Ulti or something?
No, she was an Ultra, very specifically. She just got released. At the time, there was no such thing as an Ultra Ariel. She was only Super.
I'm telling you, I thought it was Ulti.
Ultra or Ulti. I'm thinking Ultra because it had the... anyway. Ariel just got released as an Ultra.
That's true.
And the 10.
That's true.
So
at least neither of us like just opened like 3 10s and pulled like 3 of it.
I mean, it's a 2 of at most. I got my 3 Wendy's.
Oh, it was Wendy.
Yeah, I got 3 Wendy's.
Oh, okay.
Which is the one you want 3 of.
Okay.
Anyway, and let's see. Like even Cleafort Towers was a common.
Wait, in the game?
Yeah, in the game.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize that.
Let's see, and then of course player XP, and you can level. The default name that they had in the game was the Vagabond.
What's the relevance there?
I just thought it was neat.
Okay.
That being said, though, then they actually had a PvP duel.
Right.
Where it was Lyrilisk, the TCG Lyrilisk, so pure Lyrilisk with the Nurgle. They got the Bird Call and all that.
Right.
Versus, it was like Mech Knight.
Yeah, it was Invoked Mech Knight.
Yeah, because they do normal summon Alistair, and it got like...
And everybody lost their minds.
Yeah, it got negated, though, so...
it got impermed, that's what it was.
Anyway, that's neither here nor there, but, some of the cards were hollow, but a vast majority of them were common.
Yeah.
So, again, that brings up, is it that the cards actually have the rarities, or do you have to, like, pay for the rarity bump?
You're probably gonna have to pay for it, if I had to guess.
Yeah, which I wouldn't mind. Just everything starts as common, and then you can like pay the gems to go, okay, now this is a super, now this is an ultra.
Yeah, it's definitely something you can possibly do.
Oh yeah. Let's see. And then also, whenever he did pick a duel, it had one of 3 decks listed. Whenever it was just kind of a free play, quote unquote.
Right.
Where it just said because when you open up one of the stories, it says like scenario, duel, scenario, goal.
Okay.
Yeah, the scenarios were very specifically you had to play the deck that we give you, or it's just an info dump. And then whenever he clicked duel, it brought up a list of 3 decks, and it was a Cleafort deck, a Gem Knight deck, and a Roll Chalice deck. So I don't know if that's just in those instances you can bring in your own deck, or they're like, hey, you can use one of these decks. This may be like a difficulty selection.
I don't know. I do think that we will have more information on that soon.
Yeah.
But until we actually get the information, it's hard to speculate about anything in this game.
Yeah. And then they did confirm, yes, this will be available on just about every console.
They confirmed cross-platform, but not cross-play, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it'll be on like the Switch, it'll be on PS5, Xbox, Steam.
Right, it'll be in all of those places, but will you be able to play with somebody that's on their phone while you're on Steam?
No.
We don't know.
Yeah, as of this moment, the answer is no, because it's cross-platform, not cross-play. Cross-platform just means you can play it on multiple different consoles. If it's we don't know if it's a cross-play yet. Key term yet.
Yeah, okay. So, what's what other Master Duel info do we have?
That's really all they really showed.
Really?
Yeah, and then like most of it was just dueling.
Oh boy, normal summon Alistair in 4K.
Yeah, normal summon Alistair in 4K, get negated by Imperm, and then link it off into Artemis, and then link the Artemis and some Mech Knight into blah blah blah.
Right.
Yeah, but normal summon Alistair in 4K, let's go.
I mean, hey, whatever does the job. So, all right, so moving on into our next topic, we want to talk a little bit about the Megatins.
Yes, which come out
today
as of listening.
Right, as of recording at this point, it's gotten really late.
Yeah.
So,
so we went to our local Walmart just to see, just on the random off chance they had them.
They put them out a day early.
Yeah, they put them out a day early, so we have them now.
Yeah, that is very, very new for us.
Yes, because normally our Walmart doesn't actually get the 10s for like
weeks and weeks after
yeah.
Last year's 10s, literally, we did not get them until like November or December.
Yeah,
we got them so late that I didn't even buy any because I was just like, there's just no point. There's nothing I need out of here. I got it already somewhere else.
Yeah, like just bought the singles, traded it from someone else, something like that.
Right.
Like, there's just no point anymore. So I got 3. Sonny got 1.
Yeah. What did you pull?
Well, I actually got a lot of really cool stuff.
Okay.
I got a place, like I said before, I got a place of Rachel Wendy, which is great for my Shadalls. I got the Prismatic Secret Cross Sheep, which is beautiful.
Yeah, dude. That card is gorgeous.
I also got a Prismatic Secret El Shadal Construct.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's the alt art that was from the structure deck. It looks so good as a Prismatic Secret.
It really does.
Like I got a Fleur de Lis, 2 Torn Scales, so I only need 1 more, and I can build Phantom Knights.
Yeah.
I got 1 secret, super, like Staingreaves, I think.
Yeah. Because he was a common in Phantom Rage, so that's a nice upgrade.
Yeah, I got a Ultra Fleur de Lis, which was super nice. I got a Karis, which you said you were interested in.
Oh yeah, I'm coming for it.
Yeah, I got 2 of the super rare Drytron names that were only common or rare.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, like there's a lot of really cool stuff. What'd you get?
Okay. So I opened one little bitty baby old tin. My one little bitty old tin. I got a Raviel, Lord of the Phantasms, shimmering.
I got
scraper.
I got Uriah, the red one. They're also
this one's the retrained the one from the structure deck.
Yeah, but they still look very nice.
Yep, I got an Invoked Agoides.
That's still a good card.
Yeah, my third secret was the Virtual World.
Lao Lao.
Was it Lao Lao?
I think it was Lao Lao.
Hold on, I gotta pull it out now.
We actually set aside the Virtual World stuff we got
for somebody else.
For a friend of ours who is actually running Virtual World, and almost every Virtual card in the 10 is an up rarity. And a cheap up rarity, too.
Yeah, I don't know what I did with it.
Oh, I think it's in my stuff.
Oh, okay, it's okay. He'll get it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think it is Lala though. You're probably right.
Yeah. Anyway,
and then
all
that's my secrets. Yeah.
All three of them are. I really like the way they did it, where all the secrets are just the really gorgeous up rarities.
The Raviel Lord of Phantasm Shimmering Scraper is probably one of the best looking secrets I've ever seen. Just the purple pops.
Yes.
So
oh
nicely.
my god, yes. They definitely relegated the secret rare spot to just being gorgeous prismatic secret rares, which I like. What were your ultras?
Oh, ultras. Okay, so you get 6 ultras. I got a Gizmet Kaku,
which is nice.
Yep. Iria the Water Charmer Gentle.
Neat.
Quad Shitall Kaios. And AI Contact.
I mean, that's only 4. What were your other 2?
Okay, so I also got a Triple Tactics Talent and a Divine Arsenal AA Zeus.
Yes.
Broken. Dude.
Yeah.
It was such a good 10. I'm not even going to lie to you. Like, I could have pulled nothing else. Just getting those was just awesome.
Well worth the 10.
Yeah, the supers, I got like a Melfior the Forest super, which is cool, and Infernoble Arms Durendal, which that was actually a good reprint. That was like a $10 ultra.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now it's a couple of dollars super as an option if you want to run the Infernobles. Yeah, or less if you want to run the Infernoble Knights.
Mm-hmm. I got a super rare Rugal, the Silver Sheller.
Yes.
Such an awesome upgrade.
Yes. I actually pulled 2 of the secret for Jeets. Also, also gorgeous. But you have collector rares, so
yeah. I got the Starlights.
Yeah, or Starlight. My bad. I always get the 2 mixed up.
Dude, I don't know why did I put so much money into that deck.
Because it was the best deck of the format right now.
It probably still is the best deck of the format. It might still
be, even though because they didn't really hit the deck. They hit the zoo part of the deck.
Well, yeah.
And not even very hard.
No, they hit the zoo part of the deck really hard.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. The zoo package is still playable within the deck. Isn't that crazy to think about?
I know, right? The
best version of that deck is probably still just the zoo version.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's... Okay, I say that. I think it's actually probably like a blend. I am actually running... no spoilers on my deck list, but I'm running both zoos and cats in mine,
which is an interesting build.
I think it works because the cats. I don't know. I think that so you cut 3 cards, and that gives you some space. But if you run the cats, then you kind of have to run the. If you run the cats, you have to run gammas, but then you can just like cut Veilers. And throw in the gamma package, and it's fine if you're like over 40 by just a little bit,
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, because that deck is searchers who search for searchers, who search for searchers that search.
Yeah, something like that.
Probably not to that extent. Not like a Goki where literally every single card in the deck search for another card in the deck.
Right.
Yeah, but close. But yeah, like I really like how the way they did these 10s, where they have a lot of good cards in the super and secret slot, but those are mostly relegated to up and down rarities.
Right.
And reprints. All the power cards were in the ultra slot, which is both good and bad. Good because you get 2 ultras per pack.
Yeah, which is awesome.
As compared to the secrets, where you only get 1.
Yeah.
But it's also bad because there's a metric crap ton of ultras.
I think there's like 40-something ultras. Right around 40.
So pulling any one individual ultra is...
really difficult.
Yeah.
Just to say.
Yeah. But, like... Yeah, okay, so it's like I spent like $20 per 10. I feel... Actually, I feel pretty good with what I pulled. Yeah, I probably didn't make any of my money back, but I got a lot of really cool stuff for decks that I didn't even consider building.
Here's the thing. I really do not think that when you put together this deck, you do it with the intention. I mean, put together this deck. Look at me.
Buy the 10.
If you buy these tins, I really don't think that you buy them with the sheer intention of
To make money.
making money. I think
it's plus, quote unquote.
Exactly. I think it's more to get things that you've been looking to pick up for a while, or to get like crossouts, the new cards.
Yeah, which I think the only new card in the entire set is Crossout Designator.
Probably.
Yeah, there might be one or two that I'm just not cognizant of, just due to it probably being like in the common slot or something.
Oh, the Blue Eyes and Dark Magician cards.
Right, yes, the new Blue Eyes and Dark Magician stuff. I completely forgot about it.
Yeah, everybody has completely forgotten about it.
Because it got over. Because as soon as they announced that those 3 cards were in there, they also made the mistake of announcing that Zeus is in there too at the same time. Yeah, completely overshadowed them
all the way. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, which I did pull the Pure Light, the Blue Eyes Trap, which works like the
Eternal Soul.
Yeah, which works like Eternal Soul.
Yeah.
Which is cool. It's cool. Not ever going to run Blue Eyes, but it's cool.
Yeah. The deck's underwhelming. Yeah, is a good word.
Yeah. So basically, if you're wondering whether or not you should buy any of the 2021 10s, do it not to plus, but do it because you're going to get a bunch of really cool stuff, and then just buy singles for what you need.
Right. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Especially if you still have the 2020 10, because then they go together because it's the tablet from the anime. It's right. 2 parts of the tablet from the anime.
Yeah, I mean, even just looking at it.
Yeah, just put it up on a shelf.
Yeah, it's really nice. And they kind of sit into each other, which kind of works a lot better than I thought it was going to. Honestly, I'm looking at it right now, and it's kind of nice. Honestly,
yeah, they're almost they're the exact same size and shape, so they fit right on top of each other.
Well, and they've got the little pyramid indentation.
Mm-hmm. So it kind of locks itself in a little bit.
Yeah, it literally does. Yeah, it does.
Yeah. And then I think we're supposed to be getting. I think next year's 10s are also supposed to do that. I could be wrong about that.
Yes. Next year's tins will also have the final piece of the tablet, which will be God cards.
Yeah, which is going to look amazing.
It'll be cool.
In my opinion, it's going to look amazing. But I'm also super into the old anime because I watched that all the time when I was a kid.
Yeah, but I think people are just tired of getting DM era support.
Fair enough. I'm fine with getting DM era support in less in card support. More in hey, this product is based off of this really cool thing from this era.
Right.
I would think that after done with this, they could probably do something with something from GX maybe.
Well, they have a whole GX Battle City box coming.
Yeah, but for after they're done with the the tablet from the anime, they could probably for the next 10 probably do something from GX.
I think it would probably have to be something where they did something with the 3 houses.
Yeah.
The 3 dorms.
Yeah. Or something with Uriah, Haman, and I forgot the third one's name.
Raviel.
Yeah, Raviel. Something with the Sacred Beasts. Which were corrupt, which were, a major part of the GX anime.
Right.
Yeah.
There's definitely ways they can go about it.
Oh yeah, definitely continue with this whole. The tin itself is also a collectible.
The thing that upsets me and the issue with it to me is that the promos are now not guaranteed cards.
Yeah, well, at that point they're not even promos. These tins just don't have any promos.
Yeah, they're just world premiere cards.
Yeah. Which is disappointing. I really miss back when they had promos. Yeah, even though some of the promos weren't good.
None of them are good?
Well, no, because some of the old promos were amazing.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. And then some of also it literally in the exact same 10 you had like 2 amazing promos, and then like 1 or 2 that were just kind of meh.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and I'm like
But,
that.
I mean, the thing is, the promos back then were reprints.
Yes. Well, because you 9 times out of 10 there were reprints. I think there was like 1 promo that wasn't a reprint. That was
It was few and far between.
Yeah, but like that was usually because it was attached to a set where that card also was in.
Right.
So kind of like how we do the pre-release promos now. It was something. It's similar to that.
Right.
But I'm talking about special editions, which is separate from 10s.
Some of the special editions were new cards, but most of them were like reprints of like up rares or down rares of cards within the set.
Yeah,
a la Reborn Tengu.
Yeah. Just as an example.
Right.
Yeah, but that's kind of a reprint.
I mean, it was definitely a reprint. It was just a rarity bump.
Yeah. Like it's kind of weird because it's kind of like with this past set with Beat Trooper Scout Buggy, the promo being where it was a rarity downgrade. Oh, the past couple of ones actually have all just been rarity downgrades, where instead of secrets, you got an ultra, which is neat. But
the thing is it's these cards, the ultras end up being a higher rarity.
Yeah, because it was a promo.
Right.
Yeah, people look and you go, oh, cool, you got the secrets, but if you show up at the place at ultras, you probably spent $60 at the pre-release and got 3 if your OTS would let you.
Yeah.
Because most OTSs are very much with 1 per customer.
Yeah, well, it happens. Product delays cause there to be issues with how much product they can allow per customer and stuff.
Yeah, product allotment and all that.
Right.
And I'm not saying that's a bad thing on part of the store itself. It's not their fault. There's nothing they could do there's nothing they can do about it.
Everybody's just kind of doing whatever they can do at this point.
Yeah. And I'm sure Konami's doing what they can to get out as much product, because the more product they get out, the more money they make.
Right.
Yeah, but it's just so many issues.
So
circling back now that we've rambled on for a while.
Right. Yeah. So tomorrow we're going to be going to a tin case tournament. It's about a 4-hour drive. Should be fun. It's a 3v3 tournament.
Yes.
At 1UP TCG in Mendenhall, Mississippi.
Have we talked about how the 3v3 tournaments work here on the podcast? I don't think we have.
No, actually, you're right. I don't think we have. So, the way a 3v3 tournament works in Yu-Gi-Oh! I know a lot of our listeners are newer to the game, so we'll clue you in. The 3v3s are actually set up in a way in which, so you have a team of 3 people, and you designate before the tournament, and it's written in on deck lists and everything, which player is the A, which player is the B, and which player is the C. Okay? So when you sit down at the table, your A plays their A, your B plays their B, and your C plays their C. But the interesting part is coaching is allowed.
Mm-hmm.
But only the B can coach the A and the C. The A and the C are not allowed to talk to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, essentially, what ends up happening is a lot of teams put either their best or their worst player at the B spot. Usually their best. That way they can help the other 2 players. But, the cool thing is that, so a regular match is best 2 out of 3, which I'm sure most people know. And the 3v3 is the same way. Except instead of best 2 out of 3 in each match, it's also best 2 out of 3 for the whole table.
So if your A and your C win, but your B loses,
then your team won.
Your team still wins.
Right. So, I really, really, really love the methodology.
I know. Then of course the discussion behind whether or not you should put your best or your worst player in B is a fascinating one in and of itself.
Yeah, there's a lot of strategy involved with it.
Oh yeah. Like that's just how the tournament's set up. And like we said, it's a case tournament, so winner gets a case of the 10s. which is less, in my opinion, that's not really why I'm going. I'm mostly going because it's a tournament.
And it's always good to have the tournament experience.
Yeah.
I'd recommend anybody that is not really used to competing at a high level very regularly
And has friends who are used to competing in tournaments.
This is a great way to do this.
Because then you can put the player who's gone to lots and lots of tournaments
at the B spot.
in the B spot, and they can help the other two players who haven't.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I really do recommend these 3v3s. They are a lot of fun for like everybody.
Oh yeah, no, it's just fun all around.
For sure. What are you expecting to see personally in the event?
Oh yeah, no. Okay, so we're definitely going to see what I like to call the big three: Tri Brigade, Drytron, and Prank Kids. We're going to see that.
It's crazy is I don't even think those are the three best decks right now.
Well, I like to call them the big three because whenever people start talking about the meta, those are the three decks they always immediately start talking.
That's the ones they reference.
Yeah. We're definitely, most definitely going to see a lot more VW than before, just due to everything just recently got reprinted in the 10s.
And E-Telly just came to 2 on the ban list.
Correct. Yes, they don't have VFD anymore, thankfully. But that's all.
Spoiler alert: the deck is still good.
The deck is still good. I mean, because they can still pump out Caliga plus Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, which is it's actually a fairly difficult board to out.
Right. Now, while we are going to this tournament at One Up TCG in Mississippi, that does not mean that we are not fans of our sponsor, ETV Games in Alexandria, Louisiana.
Yes.
A huge shout out to, of course, as I said, our sponsor, ETB Games in Alexandria, Louisiana. They are our locals. They are our sponsor. They show a lot of love to the podcast. They are
a lot.
It's really helpful and it's really nice knowing what we have there. You know, the support that we get for our local community, the support that gets shown. I mean, they do a lot for the community, and it cannot be understated. So thank you to ETB Games for that, as well as they also support other communities too. There's huge support of the Magic and Pokemon, Digimon, tabletop, D&D, video games,
whatever.
They really do it all. They're really a one-stop shop for everything nerdy. So thank you again, ETB Games, for sponsoring us. And if you are interested, check out their link in the description below, etbgames.com. So I do expect to see, like you said, Tri Brigade, possibly some Prank Kids, but I don't know that that'll be really as prevalent, as well as probably some, I think Virtual World. I think the three best decks that we really have to look forward to are going to be probably Dragon Link, Virtual World, Tri Brigade.
Okay, I mean that's a fair assessment.
Yeah, I think Dragon Link, now that like the other decks in the format have kind of been nerfed a little bit, like Dragon Link's just kind of still at that power level.
Yeah, I mean, it's not at the power level it once was because of the limited striker and the banned LP.
Right.
But the only thing at the time that was keeping them in check was the full power of Drytron, Prank Kids, and all that, which have now been reined in a little bit.
Right.
So now Dragon Link can start showing up again.
Well, I'm just glad that the format is diverse. I know a lot of people don't really love...
Super diverse.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like the diversity of some formats. I'm a big fan, though.
I mean, yes, there is something to be said for formats where it's just where you just play one of three decks and you're probably going to lose to... You're going to always beat one deck, then always lose to another one.
Right.
Because you know what to expect.
Yeah,
and a lot of people don't like when you go into a tournament and you don't know what you're going to go up against.
I'll be honest, I don't mind that.
I like that.
I think that it promotes and rewards the more prepared players.
Granted, there's only so much preparation you can do for random jank to show up, but
truthfully, if it's random jank, you should probably be winning anyway.
Exactly, especially if you're playing,
If you're an experienced tournament player, like random table 500 junk, you should probably be prepared to beat.
Yeah, but I mean, most, table 500 decks that I've seen kind of die to a lot of the floodgates and hand traps that are used at the top tables. Stuff like Nibiru.
Even Ash. Like, sometimes just a simple Ash just ends it.
Sometimes just a effect failure is enough to just end their turn.
Yeah, like, honestly. So, it's kind of going to depend on the scenario and the situation, of course, but I think we just take it day by day and see how the format evolves, because today is day 0 of the format. This is day 1, so we're gonna have to really, I think, a breakdown of data. I think a really underrated deck is PK Fire.
Oh, definitely.
So that we're gonna have to really keep an eye out for that deck.
Particularly since the Torrent Scales, which is one of the biggest cards that would hold people back from playing the deck, just got a reprint.
Yeah. The Ultra Rare and the Tins is going to be a great way for people to play the deck.
Oh, yeah. And, just about everything. And, okay, so, the only other expensive cards in the deck was Raiders Knights were fairly expensive. It's a rare in the tin.
I don't even think it was really that expensive.
Everything else is a couple of dollars.
Oh, okay.
And less. So more expensive could just mean it's $5. I actually don't remember what the old Raider Knights were at. And then there's Ark Rebellion was also fairly expensive comparatively.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
But it got reprinted as a super, I think.
Oh yeah, so they
they greatly cheapened the deck.
Yeah.
So you're going to see a lot more people being able to pick up the deck.
Right.
PK Fire being Phantom Knight, Burning Abyss. There weren't any Burning Abyss reprints, but I think the only expensive Burning Abyss card is non-premium gold rare Beatrice.
Well, original Secret Dantes are expensive, but
yeah, but that's about it.
They have commons.
Yeah.
So
for 50 cents a pop.
Yeah. I really don't think there's any expensive BA cards.
Yeah. Any BA card that doesn't have a much cheaper alternative at this point.
Right. So.
But that's for people who want to play PK Fire.
Yeah, pure PK is an option.
In some cases, it's both better and worse.
Yeah, and then there's also just pure trap BA. That's also an option.
Oh, absolutely. Especially if you can get a hold of the common Absolute King Backjacks.
Yeah. It really just depends on how hard you want to go on the on how combo heavy you want to go.
Yeah. If you don't want to do any combo at all, you got your trap BA, which is 2-step combos at most.
Right.
And then if you do want to do super heavy combo, you add more of the actual Phantom Knight packages.
Right. So.
Yeah, in my old Dragon Link deck, I actually ran a Phantom Knight package of literally 2 Fog Blades, Stained Boots, and... Not Stained Boots. Something Boots.
Silent Boots.
Yeah, Silent Boots, and...
Rusty.
And Rusty Bardiche, and that was it.
Yeah.
That
was a cool little package in that deck, too.
Oh, yeah, no, and it was super easy to get out and do easily just within my normal combo.
Yeah, it really just blended well.
Yeah, because then my opponent, not only did my opponent have to out my board of a 2-negate Borload Savage, whatever else I had, they also had to deal with 2-set Fog Blades.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Can't do that anymore because LP's banned.
Yeah, without LP, the arrows just don't work.
Yeah, that whole combo line just does not work without LP, unfortunately. Yeah, but still, like I said, there's definitely something to be said for I'll just say PK in general. That includes PK to the Burning Abyss end of the spectrum.
Right.
Yeah. When we say PK Fire.
Yeah. It's just
it's a sliding scale.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of versatility with that deck.
I mean, some of them even opt to run Leviair. You don't have to run it.
You kind of do.
Not really, because there.
Yeah, you kind of do.
You really don't, because there are entire combo lines you can go down that don't ever make Leviair.
Yeah, but you got to have it for the toolbox.
Oh, absolutely. If you're running PK Fire, everything's level 3, a lot of stuff banishes. You might as well just throw one in your extra deck just to have it.
Yeah, you can make rank 3s so easily. Like, I guess technically you don't like have to run it, but like I would.
Yeah, if I have the extra deck space, I'd run one just to have that as an option.
Yeah, it's an extender.
Especially particularly late game, whenever both you and your opponent are both low on resources, all you need is 2 level 3s, and you can start recurring some of your resources that got banished. Particularly something like Boots, which when it's banished, it searches for a Phantom Knight spell or trap, so that lets you do that again.
Yeah, the recursion is always good.
Yeah, exactly. And but that's just PK. That's just PK Fire by itself. Then you can also step up into, you can all step up into Raider's Knight.
Yeah.
Who then lets you step up into Arc Rebellion to give you a board negate, which is amazing.
Yeah, it's very good. I think that deck is very underrated this format. But the thing that you really, really have to understand is that Dragoon is critical in that deck because you need the spell trap negate.
Oh, absolutely.
Because otherwise you don't have a way to stop spell traps.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, no. There's literally no way. Unless you're running Judgments.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely run something like Judgments, but I do think that Judgments hurts what you're trying to do.
Yeah,
like you want more gas. You don't want to stop yourself.
Because you have to first off, you have to hard draw the Judgment.
Right, you can't rely on it on your end board.
Exactly, compared to something like Dragoon where you can.
Right. So, just gonna wrap it up here. So, we do want to hear some more from our supporters, from our fans. We want to hear from you in our Discord server and everywhere else.
Come by and chat and say hi in the Discord.
Yeah, absolutely. Hang out in the Discord. Come see us. Check us out on Patreon. Check us out on Twitter. But we really want to know what discussions you guys want to hear. We want to know what discussions, the listeners want to hear. We're willing to take and have those discussions. I'm interested to know who else, if you like having guests, if you want us to keep having guests. We want to know your thoughts and your opinions. So, please be sure to reach out to us. Let us know. We're always listening. We do want to give a shout out to Team Darkroom Dealings. They are our sister channel on YouTube, as well as, of course, our sponsor ETB. Again, thank you. It's interesting, I think. It's interesting. We're in an interesting format, and we're in an interesting time, and I'm excited to see it.
Oh, like this is only the first half of the format. Once Bode comes out,
and Synchro Storm,
and Synchro Storm, just Bode by itself is going to warp, and then Synchro Storm is going to warp it even more.
Yeah,
but in good ways.
Yeah, it'll be a wild format, and I'm really, really looking forward to it, to be honest. So, that'll wrap us up. Thank you, everybody, for listening to today's episode. I know it's a bit shorter, but hey. Sometimes you gotta have it just a bit shorter, especially when things are slow.
Also we were kind of rambling, and we don't want to keep rambling.
Yeah. So, thank you everybody, and have a good day.
Take care, everybody.